Y'all. Oh, it is record. Did anybody else get a fucking phone update and they're like, what the fuck? Um, okay. Reptilians. Let's talk about it. This is going to be a 3-part video. Um, the first part, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what the fuck is a reptilian. Okay, so the reptilian entities are very dense entities. They are in the 4D. However, they're not light at all. They are completely dense and dark. Okay? And these fuckers like take people over. All right? You might want to go to Google or Instagram or YouTube maybe to find out like extensive knowledge about these entities, but fuck, okay? I'm gonna tell you, I had one in me. They took me over. They literally took me over. So like those videos that you saw me posting probably within the last few days, I had a reptilian in me. I didn't even know it. Um, I didn't know it until I had noticed I had been really, really, really down. A lot of shit going on. And like I'm like in recovery from even getting the fucking thing out. I'm gonna go through that process too, and how long it took. I wish there was a way I could get a second screen here because um so if I had a second screen, I wish I could just get my friend, one of my healing friends, on here because it was like, wow. So me and my healing friends, like, we'll get on video calls and we'll do some astral traveling and we'll do some healing, whatever needs done. Like I performed some of the energetic surgeries on him for certain things, and he's done some massive soul ties, and he's been helping me with some quantum entanglements and some karmic miasmic patterning. And anyways, before we do any of that, we always travel up to the higher dimensions. And to do that, obviously, anybody who's familiar with traveling, you know that you have to have you got to be able to have your crown chakra open, and you got to be able to like let your soul come out. Well, here I had been not connecting. Now the second part of this video is really going to make you shit your pants in an annoying way. But let me not get ahead of myself. So, I had been feeling drained. I had been feeling hopeless. I had been feeling like my identity is lost. And I was feeling very dense. But I hadn't even tried to connect. I hadn't even tried to meditate because like sometimes when you're like so low vibe and you're so sad and you're like you can't even like bring yourself to try to meditate or like try to get out of it. That's kind of how I was. Like I think I did try to listen to maybe a meditation as I was falling asleep, and I couldn't even connect. So at the time, and he like usually leads this connection, you know, we end up going through, um we go upstairs, we go through doors, we go through substances, and then there we are, and we get to where we're trying to go, whatever, you know, whatever dimension we're trying to get to. So as we were trying to connect, I'm like, look, he's like, what's going on? Like, you're not here. I'm like, no, I'm blocked. Something's blocking me. And I'm like, something's in me, I think. I'm like, you know, I believe maybe. He's like, I think there's an entity. I think I picked up an entity. And I've picked up entities before, but they were like, you know, little, like stupid little sprites or something that can be kind of, you know, tisk tisk, go away, or, you know, just some simple cleansing can get them done. You know, some simple sage or a mantra, whatever. No. A fucking 2 fucking reptilians. I think 2. 2 fucking reptilians. Dude. Fuck. If you have ever been taken over by a reptilian entity, please comment below if you feel me on this one. Okay, so once we recognize, like, that they were in there, he's the one that got him out. I don't know what he did. He's an amazing healer. Like, he like performs fucking miracles, seriously. Like, he's a member of Archangel Michael's tribe, so I mean, he's really amazing. But he's been helping me some stuff with you know, some twin flame healing and everything. But he was able to get this thing out of me, but it took forever. And I want to like describe to you, and this is why I've been like, they make you feel like you don't care about nothing. Like, I even ate a turkey sandwich while I was taken over by a reptilian. I'm a vegan, and I just like, you know what I mean? It was weird. And I noticed all this other weird stuff about me. The low vibe feelings, really, you know? But now this thing was like, it was not wanting to come up. And then it would come up and it wouldn't want to go out of my crown chakra. So I was like feeling all this pressure and it didn't want to come out of my crown chakra. And so he got my crown chakra open and we were starting to clear the reptilian. And as it was going out, I mean, this thing hurt. This thing hurt my bones. This thing was hurting my muscles. This thing was just making me feel awful. Like, I can't even describe how, you know, if you've ever had one. But we were clearing it. It was like literally, you know, it was starting to clear out. And as it was all about, but this took forever. It took forever to clear out. And I want to describe it clearing out like, it's almost like a very dark black eel that never stops. Like, it was going and going out. Like, I want to say for a good 45 minutes it was clearing. But listen to this, like, they do not stop with their mission. Even as it was almost about 50% cleared. Finally, when it was 50% cleared, so we didn't even get to do what we were trying to do last night because this fucking clearing took so long and it wiped us both out. As it was about 50% cleared, it was kind of going, you know, it was channeling out. And so I was simultaneously trying to just connect with what was left. Like, if you want to think your crown chakra is being opened about, you know, this much, okay, I had about half of it, the reptilian was flowing out. And then I was trying to connect up, you know, and send my golden cord up. But as it was even clearing out, it would try to like shove its way over and clamp off my connection. Like, even as it was clearing out of me, unwillingly, I want to say, it did not want to leave me. Well, I don't think they ever want to leave the human form. I think once they inhabit a human, they don't want to leave. And I'm not quite sure. This was my first experience, and I've only heard about them a couple times. Fuck. Okay. So as I was almost getting connected. I could feel my connection coming. And then I was like trying to go up the stairs. As soon as it knew we were almost to where we wanted to go, it started shoving itself over, clamping my connection. So my connection was getting really spotty. And like there was nothing I could do about it. Like, and even my friend on the line is like, damn, like you're really, it's, this fucking thing is no joke. So I had to just sit there and let it clear. And I could feel like it's almost like they come in layers. Like, I don't know if you guys think about like a worm. You know how they have like those like, they got the weird body, and then there's like a patch of like whatever part of the body, and then there's the other weird body, and there's another patch maybe. That's kind of how it feels. Like it feels like as the reptilian entity's getting sucked out and out and out, like you can almost feel where there's like another part, and then it comes again, and you're like, oh my God, does this thing stretch forever? Like it feels like it stretches forever. I should ask him actually, because I want to say it took a good hour to clear. But it finally did. It's when it was finally down to that 10%, I was like, I could almost feel it. It finally started coming up here, and I could feel that it was almost gone, but it was like it just keeps going and going and going. And then I finally got it out. As it was finally dissipating, I could start feeling like a little bit clearer in my head. Like I feel a lot clearer now. I feel a little bit more normal now. I think I'm still recovering from just not only the removal of it, but from having it in there. I mean, this is awful. Thank goodness it's gone. But even the last 1%, like I could feel like it was only like 1% left, and I just wanted it to hurry up and go. But it felt like even just the 1% of it that just was going, like that even felt like it took like 15 minutes. Like, so this was a very long process. By the time it was gone, I did feel some relief, and then I was like, I gotta sleep, so I slept it off. But let me tell you, it going in there was probably one of the scariest things that's probably ever happened to me. It did it in my sleep. I had put myself into a theta state, and it was weird. I was on board some spacecraft, some aircraft, but it was like a round thing, and there was like two reptilians. They do look like lizard people, and then there was like human looking people in suits, and I don't think I was supposed to be there. Like, now what they were doing, I couldn't breathe. Like I was feeling all this as I was sleeping, but like I don't know what they did. I don't know if I don't feel that my soul was like removed from me. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if my soul was removed and then they took over, or if they just shoved my soul over to the side and took over, or what. But I was gasping for air. I couldn't breathe. I mean, like when they overtake you, like I was like, I couldn't breathe. and it felt like a real heavy push on my chest. Like it was shoving itself into me, and it was dark. It was like a very dark shadow. And then I could feel that my cat was there trying to stop it. Like my cat was like going into my mouth trying to get this thing out of me. But it wouldn't work. Like those things are powerful. So this must have gone on because I had just settled in to go to sleep, and I looked at the clock. It was about midnight. Oh, I'm thinking I'm just going to get a normal night's sleep. Well, once the reptilian had done what they did, this took about an hour. And I was just, I couldn't breathe. They're overtaking me, you know? So I'm like this is all happening like as I'm sleeping, but I have full recollection of this. I mean, I can see it clear as day. I am recalling it, and it is like a sensation where you want to gasp for air, but you can't breathe, but they're not going to let you die. So like they're filling your lungs, but it's not with air, but it's whatever it is. They're not going to let you, like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how I stayed alive, but I mean, they obviously, this is what they do. So it's definitely not like a nice process. It's not like they just come in, like they fucking force their way in. Flight number 15. That's all I can remember from what they said. But I do remember lots of talking, and I'm like, where the fuck am I? Very scary. I woke up and I'm like, I felt different. I was like, oh, I can breathe. What the fuck? Where was I? What's going on? And I look next to me. Nothing's moved. Nothing happened. And I'm like, so I walked to the bathroom, but I was like scared. I was like scared to get out of bed because I didn't know if there was a bunch of entities around me that I couldn't see. I tried to go back to sleep, and I have not felt right since. Okay? Now, here's the real kicker to this whole video. At some point, I had recall saying to myself, maybe it would be easier. I don't even want to repeat it because I'm so scared that like saying it is going to manifest this again. I was saying, oh, what if I'm just blocked off? What if I just went to sleep? What if I just stopped caring about the awakening? Or what if I just said fuck it and just whatever, fuck this whole twin flame journey, and maybe I can just close up my third eye. So apparently the universe heard that, and then the next thing you know, reptilians to the rescue to give me exactly what I asked for. Not only that, I had a leak in my basement that was seemingly to be caused from the kitchen sink. Now, my kitchen sink, I've had a filter on it for a few years now, because those of you who have open third eyes understand that we are not going to drink fluoride water because fluoride water keeps your third eye closed. So, within real quickly of me saying all of that stuff, the maintenance man comes over to fix this pipe. What's he do? Takes my water filter off, replaces the whole thing, doesn't put my water filter back on. So, and I tried. I couldn't get it. Like, I need, you know, if my twin was here, obviously, he'd be like, just putting it back on. You know, he fixes shit. He can do that shit. Dude, okay? So, I've been drinking fluoride and who knows what the fuck else kind of poisons in that water for 3 days. The reptilians took me over. And they can only take you over if you're like lower vibe, you know what I mean? Like a high vibe person is not going to get a reptilian. I was like asking for this unknowingly. But here's the part that really makes me want to like get pissy about shit. Because why is the universe so fucking quick to deliver fluoride water in a motherfucking reptilian? Do you know how many months I've been saying to the universe, oh, my hot boyfriend is about to come over and we're going to cuddle up and we're going to watch movies. My boyfriend's going to text me. My twin loves me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, money's flowing. Tell me why. After months of meditating, months of positive affirmations, months of manifesting, scripting, I speak one word about saying fuck it. Close my third eye. I'm not even gonna say it. And it's delivered the next day. So then I've been calling out, really, universe? So tell me, why is that easier? Why is it easier? Why do like shitty fucking things come so fast? I don't even want to say that. Like, I feel like I gotta do reverse affirmations now, okay? Like, it's freaking me out. I mean, really. I don't know if you can tell a difference with me today than, like, maybe the past few days of videos. But, y'all, I'm still kind of, like, reeling from this whole situation because the reptilians are gross. And I did not like how it felt. I didn't like how it felt going in. I didn't like how it felt being in there. And I didn't like how it felt leaving. Ugh. Now, I really am looking into getting some crystals that ward off the reptilians because, like I said, they came to me in my sleep. But I think that now that I've had that experience, I can more easily identify. But here's the fucking thing. Do you know how many reptilians literally are walking this earth disguised as humans? And here's the worst part about it. The people that they enter don't even have a clue. They will stay in there for life because they typically only, hello, Wolfie. They typically will only, they're only going to gravitate if you're really low vibe. Like, that's what they like. They like the sadness. They like the low vibe. They like all that bullshit. That's what they love. They love that shit. So a lot of people say that there's a lot of people in politics are actually reptilians. And you know what? I don't disbelieve that. I think they could be for real truth about that. And you know what else? I was talking to my friend because here's what I'm really wondering. Now, there are some beings that have come here on earth that are soulless, that they are just a body. Like, and most of those are some of us who are empaths sometimes attract those narcissists, the soulless ones. A fucking reptilian could so easily take over a narcissist that they wouldn't even know to even get it to go away. And that's what I'm saying. Like, because I typically am very high vibe, and because I knew I didn't feel right, and because I had a skilled friend who could see the situation for what it was, I was able to get rid of mine. And honestly, if it would have been a year or two ago, I can't tell you that I would have recognized it. But I felt a lot lighter when it went out. Like, it's a very, very heavy energy. So like I was so heavy, so dense with that thing in me. It's like I'm lighter now. I mean, I'm still healing up from it, but I'm clear, you know? And these motherfuckers are no joke, like, at all. It's scary. So I don't know how many other entities there are out there that can like fully overtake someone, but they like fully overtake someone. Like, and you can have parasite entities, and those are really easy to just shake off, or, you know, demand that they leave. Like, you can't just like demand, you know, I don't know how he did it or what he did. I just was like thankful to be on the receiving end of it dissipating. But and you can't, I said, can we transmute this thing? Can we turn it into a light being? That no. It has to be destroyed. So once somebody does get wind of a reptilian energy, like, it's gonna be destroyed. But there are so many. So many. It's fucked, y'all. It's fucked. And yeah, so that's my video. That's my fucking video about reptilians. And God, like, I just want that never to happen again. You know, I just want to always remain high vibrational light being. You know, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to wish for my gifts to go away anymore. I'm going to be really thankful for my gifts. I'm going to be really thankful for being a light being and a light leader. I'm going to be really thankful for being a star blossom. And I'm just going to trust that everything that I'm doing is leading my twin closer to me. And I did not like the energy that reptilian put me in. And it's like they put such an energy into you. It's like I'm still kind of having some sad, upset feelings today. But I know, like, at least now I can, like, decipher, wait a second, hey, that's a bad thought. Like, don't think like that, you know? Or, like, I have been venting to some friends a little bit about some of the sadness and the pain of, like, the twin flame dynamic and stuff, but I don't know. I don't feel so horrible, like... You guys, I don't know. If you have any knowledge about what healing crystals might repel a reptilian, you know what? I did read something pretty gross. I'll share it with you, but it's really weird. I don't know if I'm ever going to do it, but they say that human urine really repels the reptilians. And the person who wrote the article says that whenever she goes to these big conventions and stuff, like, she'll put a dab of piss right here on her wrist, and she says if you watch, like, the reptilian entities are so sensitive to that. Like, you said you can almost tell who's taken over by a reptilian and who's not by, like, you know, I guess they get a certain way. You may want to research that. I came across that article because I was actually looking for healing crystals to ward them off, and then I read human piss. Freaking, you know, and I'm like, what? I clicked it just out of sheer curiosity because, I mean, that's fucking weird, you know? The whole fucking thing's weird. And I'm like sitting there joking with my friend as he's like removing this reptilian, and I'm like, this does not happen to normal people, you know? And he's like, no, it doesn't. But it's gone. I feel like I'm me again. It was absolutely awful, and I lived through it. And I don't know if it's such a vivid memory of them doing that to me. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna. Would you not bite me? I don't know if I'm ever necessarily gonna forget that, but I mean, it's a story to tell. That's why I'm here making a video, because I figured I would just tell the story one good time. And then if anybody ever, wants to ask me about it, I can be like, oh, watch my video, because sometimes when I talk about stuff, like, I want to just talk about it one good time and then be done. Moving along. I don't want to have to continually talk about the same thing over and over to more people. So yeah, so I hope that helps. God, if you think that you may have a reptilian entity, please seek out like a shaman or somebody, because you want to get it out. You really want to get it out. And yeah. I live to tell the story. Yeah, I don't know. Weird fucking shit. But yeah, so I'm actually going to get off here, and my friend's messaging me. I got a couple people wanting readings too. So, y'all, can I get a break? Can I just get a break? I bet my twin flame's going to show up in the middle of the night knocking on my door. Huh, universe? Let's make that happen. Yeah, universe. Right? What if my twin flame was just walking down the sidewalk right now? Come on, universe, let's make that happen, right? I believe in you. Y'all. But yeah, my landlord. So I try to avoid talking to my landlord as much as possible. But after the maintenance guy like took that filter off, and I'm like, can he put my filter back on, please? Oh, what do you need that for? What do you need that for? Well, I explained I don't want to drink fluoridated water because I can't have my third eye closed. And he starts calling me kooky, and he starts calling me crazy, thinks I need to go get on medication. I'm like, you're fucked. You're so fucking asleep. And like, I almost started to like get into like explaining shit, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have the energy to explain this. Like, if your third eye is closed, fine. But for those of us who have our third eyes open, we know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know what to say to these people. People have had their third eyes calcified over for years. I mean, and it takes a while to get the fucking thing open, too. You got to think. I mean, they're conditioning you with these poisons from the minute you come into this earth. They want to make sure you don't wake up to the fact that we're actually multidimensional beings. Yeah. So I hope I don't start getting flagged or something for talking about this shit, but, you know. Okay, everyone, I hope this video was helpful in some way. Feel free to like, comment, what have you, and stay safe out there.